Hey Todd,
How's it going, Mark?
it's going. It's hard to believe it's over 2 months since we talked last.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a lot longer than that.
I,
It really
Joseph
does.
Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
First of all, how are you feeling?
I'm good, real good. Yourself?
Good. Gotten my first vaccine shot. How's your wife?
She's doing good,
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, morning sickness. That's why I was a little late getting back to you on the email this morning. But
Did you watch the inauguration?
I started to about 11:30. I got my times mixed up. I thought it was 12 o'clock our time. So by the time I started watching it, he was like towards the end of his speech.
That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
I've actually never watched a presidential inauguration.
So you
this
didn't
was my
watch when
first-
your man Trump won?
No, I actually totally. I didn't really care.
Will, to the best of my ability,
Preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
I didn't watch Trump's inauguration, but I still saw Obama shake Trump's hand. Now,
Right.
he didn't look very happy about it when he did it, but he did it. Yeah, he
Right.
was a man and stepped up.
Last time we spoke, Biden was leading by a margin in the electoral college votes and the popular vote, but it wasn't a sure thing. You're a Trump supporter. You supported him in 2 elections, despite my hard work of trying to bring it to the light. What was your take on Stop the Steal?
I was a little pissed off about the whole thing. I was mad at the media for there was so much information on both sides to get everybody riled up every day. New reasons to hate Trump, new reasons to hate Biden. You know what I mean? It was just crazy. What in the fuck happened, man? That's all I got really to say about it is what happened to the presidency, to the position, to the power, to the leadership, the figurehead, to what it symbolizes, to everything. It's just, it was sickening.
So it looks like we agree on almost everything. There's no argument for me that the media follows horse races. They like drama, like moths are drawn to light. That's part of their job. That said, the fact that all of these Republican leaders were buying in, were playing along, were giving Trump support in this bogus steal conspiracy was beyond the pale. When people say the Democrats are as bad as Republicans, in this case, I'm going to disagree with you. Both parties have gone further in their corners, but the conservative wing of our government and our politicians have gone much further. So maybe the Democrats have become more liberal, but the Republicans have become more, if you will, radicalized.
My fellow Americans, this is America's day. This is democracy's day. Through a crucible for the ages, America has been tested anew, and America has risen to the challenge. A rise of political extremism, white supremacy, domestic terrorism that we must confront and we will defeat.
The things that were riling everyone up was not the big media sources. It was a lot of this QAnon and shit like that, and these weird fucking off the wall, Robert Kennedy Jr. shit still alive.
Yes.
That people were buying into.
What do you think about impeachment and what's going to be happening in the next month or so?
I don't think he came out and said, storm the Capitol to these people personally, like they're saying, or like the QAnon people are saying or whatever, Trump told us to and all this. His words were not chosen well, but the way he handled that whole situation and a lot of situations in the last month have not been. God, I'm going to sound like an asshole. It's been looking like a dictator at the end of his run, almost.
So, you sounded like this a little to me before in the run-up to the election, and still you went with Republicans. When I heard the impeachment discussion in the House of Representatives, they kept saying he told them to peacefully protest. Well, the analysis is he said peacefully protest once. He used
Yes.
the word fight 20 times. This is the president who said early on, before he was elected, if I shot someone on Fifth Avenue, they wouldn't convict me. He's the one who said to the Proud Boys, stand by. He's the one who said, I want to punch that protester who's protesting against me. The fact that while his vice president was in harm's way, he waited and didn't send in the National Guard. Pence did. And then afterwards, he said, I immediately sent them in.
I know speaking of unity can sound to some like a foolish fantasy these days. I know the forces that divide us are deep and they are real. But I also know they are not new. Our history has been a constant struggle between the American ideal that we're all created equal and the harsh, ugly reality that racism, nativism, fear, demonization have long torn us apart.
From the people I know around here, a lot more Trump supporters than not that I've met are still under the impression by April 6th, he's going to be back in office. I don't fucking see how in the hell, if you've ever seen an American election work, you could think that. How do you feel today? How do you feel after the inauguration? Do you feel hopeful? Do you feel good? Do you feel upset still?
When Obama was elected, I was working in a school with a lot of children of color and poverty. And I remember watching the inauguration in school because it was history, social studies, and feeling proud to be an American. Today, I'm still so upset about what happened on January 6th at the Capitol, the division that exists around the country, the dishonesty among the Republican leadership. I'm mostly relieved.
What are the common objects we as Americans love that define us as Americans? I think we know. Opportunity, security, liberty, dignity, respect, honor, and yes, the truth.
I thought Joe Biden was soothing. I thought it was a classy affair. There was nothing wrong with wearing masks. To see Mike Pence, to see George W. Bush all there together, it was hopeful. Am I optimistic? I guess based on being soothed and feeling hopeful, I'm optimistic.
We must end this uncivil war that pits red against blue, rural versus urban, conservative versus liberal. We can do this if we open our souls instead of hardening our hearts, if we show a little tolerance and humility. Because here's the thing about life. There's no accounting for what fate will deal you. Some days when you need a hand. There are other days when we're called to lend a hand. That's how it has to be. That's what we do for one another.
I'm hoping that with half of the people of America being happy and optimistic, that the half that is not and dressing up like assholes and storming the Capitol, we might actually start to maybe find some people, more people like us that'll just sit down and be like, let's stop fighting. We're getting nowhere.
Amen. I want to thank you for being who you are.
Thank you for also just, talking and just having these conversations. It's just fun. Awesome.
I wish you all the best. Happy New Year. Good luck with the new baby and with your young daughter. Send my best to your Democratic,
liberal hippie,
logical wife.
Fair enough. I will. Thank you.
Be well.
Yeah. Take it easy, buddy. You too.